Hello to all you Patriots out there in podcast land, and welcome to episode 242 of Canadian Patriot Podcast, the number one Canada Day podcast in Canada. We're recording on Canada Day, July 1st, 2020. Canada Day. I had to get one more in. As always, my name is Andrew. I'll be your host. Joining me tonight are Gavin and Benny.
And we'd love to hear your feedback about the show, so please visit CanadianPatriotPodcast.com/feedback or email us at feedback@CanadianPatriotPodcast.com. Feel free to tell us how Andrew mispronounced Dominion Day and called it Canada Day, or anything else. It all goes to feedback shows like the one that we're doing tonight. So, we need that feedback. Also, a version of the show is available on Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, some other places.
Check out the podcast on Facebook at facebook.com/Canadian Patriot Podcast and Instagram at www.instagram.com/Canadian Patriot Podcast.
We need your help to support the show. Visit patreon.com/CPP and become a Patreon today. You get a, fingers crossed, better quality version of the show for just $1 per episode. Since we moved to the 2-show-a-week COVID format, Patreons also get early access to the midweek show, unless I screw it up, which it turns out I did again with the book club episode. I also want to thank our Patreons for buying me a new microphone. Fingers crossed it's less bad. I honestly don't know why my old microphone just slowly got worse over time. Anyway, thank you for your money. Fingers crossed I sound better.
Yeah.
So, it's time to do What Are We Drinking? It's my favorite part of the show. We're going to go clockwise on my screen. Like always, Gavin, what are you drinking?
I am drinking the black pill this evening, so Crown Black and Coke Zero.
Benny, what are you drinking?
Sleeman beer, as usual.
I'm drinking Gatorade. It's lemon lime flavored.
Yum, yum. Stay hydrated.
Yep.
That's right. I went for a 5K run before the show, and it was awful.
It's a little
so now
warm
I'm
out.
hydrating.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would have been awful even if it was cold out. Running is just awful.
Yeah, it's more awful than the heat, though. You should have had the military-grade electrolyte powder in grape flavor I gave you, though.
You gave me the lemon lime.
Did I?
And I'm okay with that. I'm so okay with that.
Well,
Let's do, I guess no news this week. Let's do the Canada Day feedback show. So,
heck yeah.
Dominion Day.
Yeah.
I don't normally read YouTube comments, but let's do an angry YouTube comment. I know we do a little bit of audience interaction, and if you watch the show live, Monday nights, 9 o'clock, Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock. If you're in the live chat, sometimes we interact with the live chat people. Sometimes they just say entertaining things for us. Sometimes they provide valuable feedback or do valuable interning. I don't really interact with the post-show comments on the show because they're usually not very interactive. Because it's like people being like, you suck, or you did a great job.
Yeah, there's a rule. Never read the comments.
Right? That's how it works. So if you want to interact with the show, you do feedback. But there was a particularly ornery comment that I felt deserved to be addressed. So this is from CCG. Feedback. I always comment every live show. I watch you guys and nobody ever comments back. So I don't even bother anymore to giving feedback because ultimately nobody really gives a shit. And maybe at some point CCG commented in the show, but it's not, that's not a name that I recognize like our regular commenters. Me, General Pinochet, the Albertan, Bane Iron Hand, Random First, Random Last, Taxpayer Dave. There's a bunch of names that I see regularly in the live show.
Yeah. I mean, at times the Spurg chat is quite active.
Right, but we don't read the Spurg chat every show. Sometimes, I've named shows after comments in the Spurg chat.
Yeah, and so I guess maybe for the listening public, they don't see the screen that we see. On the side of our screen, like that looks like the screen that you guys are all watching us on. There's a little comment bar thing that scrolls, but like it has private chat, which basically goes to the people on this side of the line, and then the live comments that's on the other side of the line. And full disclosure, sometimes I forget to click the button that shows the live comments, so I can't see anything at all.
Well, I mean, so there's that. So I went back and I looked at the YouTube comments, because you can actually filter not the live comments, but the YouTube channel comments. Like if somebody comments on one of your videos, not when you're doing a live, but like
after the fact,
post a thing on YouTube. So you can go back and you can filter by user, which I did. So CCG has previously left one comment on one episode. It was episode 240. It was the episode immediately before the unhappy comment where we apparently don't care, which I don't think is true. We care, just not very much.
Yeah,
we're drunkards. We're heavily armed drunkards on the internet.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, CCG, Andrew put in the effort to go look back and find every comment you've made and address it. So
and it was one comment. So
clearly somebody cares.
Well, I don't know about that. I went back. So there's a link to a YouTube video, and it says, "Please listen to the 4-minute mark. Talking about Canada. What do you think?" And it's the worst version of Twisted Sisters, I'm Not Gonna Take It, that I have ever heard. Because it's just like the same bar, like the same 2 bars over and over and over again for like a minute and a half. And then it's like the opening bridge for like a minute and a half. So it finally gets to like the 4-minute mark. And it's talking about Walt Disney being like some sort of secret Nazi or something. I don't know. It's like, it has to do with Club 33 and Walt Disney's a pedophile, I guess. I'm not really sure what that has to do with Canada.
Do I have to put safe search on if I Google that?
No.
That's like a thing at Disney. That's like a secret members only thing at Disney.
Yeah, it's like
really
a
secret.
Yeah, basically it's a club for people that have a bunch of money, and there's like a secret bar restaurant inside one of the things that they're allowed to go into, and nobody else is. Except, it's not a secret at all.
Apparently, it's also that Walt Disney's like a 33rd degree Mason or something. I'm really not sure what the video is getting at. So, come on, Todd in the live chat says asks if there's a good version.
Yes, talk about comments we're supposed to ignore.
There's a good version of Twisted Sisters. We're not going to take it. It's the version they used in Iron Eagle. That's all you need to know. So, yeah, I play by the internet rule where it's don't read the comments on your own YouTube videos. Because I don't want to get into fights with idiots on the internet, but I thought this one would be worth it. So I don't know. Did you guys, either of you, have a chance to have a review of the video?
No. Sorry.
I basically heard the Twisted Sister thing, and then I was like, no. This is no.
Okay, so it's not that nobody gives a shit. It's just that Benny doesn't give a shit. Benny's not going to watch your video.
Hey,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not. That's not true. Benny kind of cares a little bit. Let's do iTunes reviews, though. We've got a couple of new 5-star iTunes reviews in the hopper.
Nice.
From B-Boy124.
I'm hoping
5
the
stars.
first B is Boogaloo. Wait, I can't say that anymore. We'll get taken off the Facebooks.
Definitely get taken off Facebooks. B-Boy124, 5 stars. Top Canadian podcast. Clearly, he has read the metrics.
Yeah, you hear that, Slamfire? You hear that?
And his review reads, I was beginning to think I was crazy till I heard this podcast. These fellas are on point. And I am truly terrified for the state of the media in our country.
Yeah, it's sad when we're the best of the best.
We've also got one from Dozer33101. 5 stars again. Great podcast. And his review reads, love listening. Wouldn't you love to be in the zombie apocalypse with Justin Joe? And as the 6th zombie bites Justin, you could just look at him and say, sorry, my gun only holds 5. I mean, I'm not opposed to that.
I mean,
Not
hypothetically,
sure why.
Like,
So many questions.
I mean, hypothetically, right? Like it's a zombie apocalypse. I'm drilling the rivet out.
well, yeah. Also, hypothetically, if he
Why-
gets bit, yeah.
Not much has changed. They're not going to bite him anyways, but because he doesn't have a brain. But why would you be like? I'm not sure what the positives are in wasting
Yeah.
your 5 bullets on keeping him safe.
Well, he's already turned into a zombie at that point. So, I mean, you got to waste him because he's a
Well, I mean,
zombie. In this hypothetical zombie,
Hypothetically, he is already a zombie.
he's probably the one that started it.
Patient zero.
Yeah. Probably from importing something from China. His 5G
I bet he
network.
got it from his
5G
wife's
networks. Yeah, well, with that or possibly his 5G network socks with zombies on them actually turned him into zombies. That's how that works, right?
Yes? Yes.
Sweet.
I feel like we've seen different zombie films.
Not into horror.
I don't know. The media is the real zombies.
I was going to say reality's scary enough.
Yes, the Narenko virus.
The Narenko virus. Putting that in the short list.
Yeah.
All right, let's read emails from Todd. Todd sent us some emails from Todd, obviously. The subject is, saw this coming for years. And Todd's email reads, guys, I've been sitting back taking in all these crises, and rather than look at them individually, I looked at who benefits from all this chaos. Communists and the elite. A long time ago, I read a short book by Leon Sokason? I should have read this before the show.
Osen?
Called The Naked...
Something like that.
Called The Naked Capitalist. He noted that the wealthy and political elite of the world don't seem to have a problem rubbing elbows with communist regimes and their leaders. His conclusion was that the two groups had a lot in common. The communists turn their power into wealth, and the wealthy turn their wealth into power. They are interchangeable. Remember the Turds' quote of admiring communism's basic dictatorship. I think the chaos is the opening chapter in unconventional warfare. China is the world's largest slave labor camp. 80 million Communist Party members control 1.6 billion people through fear and violence. The leadership has seen through protests in the mainland and in Hong Kong that their people are starting to wake up and want freedom. Remember the Statue of Liberty in Hong Kong. Their time to strike is now. If they destroy the economy of the U.S. and drive it to civil war, they will dominate the world economically and militarily for the next generation. The CPC and the globalists, brackets communists, are behind the Antifa twists and BLM. Oh, sorry, that's the Antifa twits and BLM. The Democratic Party and many Republicans.
Whoa. The communists are behind the Bureau of Land Management?
Their job is to destroy nationality in the U.S. and meld it into the New World Order. Useful idiots who will be the second group to go to the gulag after people like us, if we're still alive. The United States will burn, and us, by being next door, and be too distracted by internal issues to take on China. I'd recommend anyone listening to prepare to be as self-sufficient as possible for 2 years. I would recommend be as self-sufficient as possible for as long as possible, but I think 2 years is a good benchmark.
Yeah. Then we've got some fun things planned for that whole thing. So
for
stay
the next
tuned.
22 months.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, with China already owning, a large portion of the U.S.'s debt and everything else, and I would say, I agree that, the wealthy don't have problems hanging out with the lefties. They're usually one and the same.
Right? I do think it would be interesting that if the Americans don't get their domestic policy under control, I do think that they're going to lose their ability to be the world police, which I'm not really opposed to, but I really don't like the idea of China running things.
Yeah, I mean...
Downsides all around.
Better the devil you know than the devil you don't know.
Well, I don't even know if it's like that. I think it's more like, well, I don't like American imperialism. I like Chinese imperialism even less.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the U.S. and everything going on. I mean, I think that the election that they have coming up is going to be a shit show one way or the other, and then that's going to have drastic implications around the world. You know, if Trump wins again, the left is going to freak out even more so and probably get more and more violent, as it seems they've been doing. If the kid sniffer wins, then, well, that can't be good. Because
No, he's basically a dead
communism, and all of that whole nonsense, and, you know, kid sniffing is probably not okay. And it looks like we've lost Andrew. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of weird things going on right now, and yeah, being self-sufficient is a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Well, the question is, do you become one of the people that gets sent to the gulag, or do you become one of the people that lives a little bit longer?
Also, yes, the Albertan kid sniffing is not okay should be the show title.
All right, short list.
It's like what? It's like one of those movies where like you watch the whole movie until the end, and then they say the title of the movie. This one it's hidden somewhere at the beginning. But yeah, kid sniffing not okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's on the short list for the show. We've also got another one from Todd. Subject is Kindle. Andrew, just to let you know, Amazon recently deleted 1984 and Animal Farm from their Kindle lost, I think, reading list. Ironic. Oceania was always at war with East Asia. Good thing I have hard copies for my grandchildren. Unless, of course, Fahrenheit 451 becomes a reality. Todd.
Yeah,
I think that's funny. I wonder if that's just like a thing with... Did all the Orwell books get taken off Kindle? Because if that's the case, like maybe there's some sort of a copyright thing with whoever owns the rights to the works.
Yeah,
now?
or hold on, Todd, were you looking under fiction or nonfiction? Because maybe they just moved them from one category to the other.
Because I don't have a Kindle, but I did check on Amazon. 1984 is definitely still available for purchase and is on our Rifle and Book Club reading list for in the future. So
Yes.
hard copies are still available, but I mean, who knows with Kindle? Because like stuff comes and goes.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's weird things like when you look at like the distribution for digital content rights and stuff like that, and that's why like American Netflix and Canadian Netflix are different. It's because different people had different distribution agreements for this and that and everything else. So
I just thought Canadian entertainment sucked.
I mean, yes,
Well, that too.
That's why we need to defund the CBC, but like sometimes they'll sign like some weird distribution agreement with like some no-name person, or like there was no digital distribution network thing when that was a thing, and now that it is, it's like, oh well, because we don't have this signed, we can't use it, or you know, so and so had the exclusive rights, and now that there's a new platform, we can't use it because nonsense. And yeah.
So let me do the next one here. This is from Corey. Subject is book club suggestions. Good afternoon, Canadian Patriot podcast. Good afternoon, Corey. I have a few suggestions for your book club. The first is titled Dangerous Personalities by Joe Navarro. It's more or less a guide on how to spot psychopaths and dangerous personality traits. I believe it's a must-read for everyone, especially for people in the dating scene. Second is titled Grow a Pair by Larry Winget. Larry Winget is a personal development author and speaker geared towards taking personal responsibility. Grow a Pair is, in my opinion, his best book. Hopefully these titles go with the book club theme you're going for. Have a good day, Corey. Thanks, Corey. You have a good day, too.
Yeah.
But also, Dangerous Personalities made the list. I don't have the book club list in front of me, but I think we put Grow a Pair on it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Grow a Pair was absolutely on it. The other one, I don't think it was, but although we should add it if it's not, but we do have a couple of similar books in that same vein, like Left of Bang is on there.
I'm sure we had another Joe Navarro book. If it wasn't Dangerous Personalities, it was something else in a similar
Yeah. But yeah, Left of
topic.
Bang and The Gift of Fear, I think, are both on the reading list, which kind of fall into that same vein of how to read people and situational awareness. But yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's a good one to put on there. I haven't read that one yet.
So I guess for people that want to play along with Rifle and Book Club, if you go to CanadianPatriotPodcast.com and follow the book club link in the title bar there, you'll get the upcoming books. Currently, we have the book that we did for June. I'm going to be updating it with the, I think we sorted out the July and August books.
I think we even got all the way October, I think.
Let me commit to those right now, because then I'll have to go and make the Amazon links and put this all in the show notes and to update the website. So, we did The Way of Men. The July book is going to be Starship Troopers by Robert Heinlein. August is going to be Make Your Bed by Admiral McRaven. September is going to be 1984 by George Orwell. And October is going to be Left of Bang by Patrick Van Horn. So, we've got the next couple of books figured out. By the time that this episode gets published, I should have the website updated. If you go to Book Club, you can buy the book on Amazon. If you follow our link, we get a few dollars for every time that you buy something from Amazon by following our link. And yeah, upcoming books. If you have more books, let us know.
Also, if you're going to buy something from Amazon that's not like your official Boogaloo shirt or one of the books, click one of those links first and then go to the thing, because we will still get a couple of dollars from whatever it is that you buy, but it doesn't cost you any extra money.
Thanks to whoever bought the Android TV, that is the most expensive purchase someone has made after clicking on our link.
Yeah.
We don't know who bought this stuff, so you can buy shady stuff and we won't know.
Yeah, we'll just know that
you could buy funny stuff, which would be entertaining too.
Yeah.
Adult novelties, anyone?
Yeah, so we'll know that you bought something, but not you specifically. So yeah, your anonymity is safe. Your purchase, however, will be
broadcasted on the live.
Yeah. But that's okay, because no one will know it's you. We're looking at you, Todd. We're looking at you.
So yeah, check out the book club link. Read along with us. Reading is good for you. Expand your mind.
If you haven't noticed, we're doing like nonfiction, fiction, nonfiction, fiction, just to switch it up a little bit so that it's not like 6 self-help books all in a row.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. So
yeah,
if you've got other books, I mean, we've got a list going, but we've settled on sort of the next couple so that everybody can start reading that wants to be part of those panels. And I mean, it's open invite, right? So we probably haven't talked about this on the show in a while, but like, I have literally never turned anyone down from coming on the podcast, and I've never kicked anyone off.
Hey, I'm still here.
Yeah.
If you want to like be like Brent, and Brent's a firearms guy that we know in real life, but he's never been on the show before. He's like, I like that book, I like that author, I want to talk about this. Yeah, shoot us a message and let me know you want to be on the show, and like we'll get you squared away.
Yeah.
And yes, Todd, I've never watched Beachcombers, but I am familiar with good Canadian content. I just meant Canadians tend to not have great Netflix.
I mean, we're good Canadian content.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, we would totally pass that like whole MAPL rating system on the radio. We're like 100% Canadian content.
Sorry, there's a Maple rating system?
Yes, music artist production and lyrics. MAPL, Maple.
Maple. Okay.
And you need to have at least. I had a brief stint as a radio DJ in university. Hence my sweet podcasting voice. But yeah, so in order to do that, you got to have X amount of Canadian content, and to be considered Canadian content, it has to have at least 2 of those 4 things be Canadian. And the ridiculous thing is, so there are Canadian. Well, yeah, I think that's kind of on purpose, although it works out really well. But like, there are Canadian artists like Bryan Adams who are not considered Canadian because although the artist is Canadian, the music, the production, and the lyrics are all copywritten in the U.S., so it doesn't qualify.
That sounds dumb.
Conversely, there are American or other recording artists that will go and record something that was published in Canada and is therefore considered Canadian content, even though it's not. But that's government regulation for you.
Yep.
That
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
So, I don't care for that. If you have book club suggestions, though, like,
Yeah.
shoot us a
Or
message.
come and talk book club with us. New faces are good. And you get to be part of the witty pre and post show banter that's too
Yes.
spicy to air.
Yeah, it's mostly just me asking if my audio sounds right or not. Usually
Burns on
not.
the way in, burns on the way out.
Oh,
I had some nice
That's
spicy
terrible.
outbursts today. Well, spicy
All right,
banter at
let's-
the beginning, spicy banter at the end.
no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
That sounds terrifying.
Uh,
Let's do another one. We got an email from Richard. Subject is feedback. Hi, I just started watching your show, and I have to say that I love it so far. Oh wait, I can't read it all. I haven't even been drinking today. Hi, I just started watching your show, and I have to say that so far I love it. It's great to see proud Canadians who aren't afraid of the stigma that many people have towards patriots, but at the same time hate libertarian values and want to make the central government stronger and more powerful with every passing day. I also love the red ensigns seen in the background. I plan to become a Patreon donor soon. I'd like to let you know some more about my comment. I would like to let you know about some of my comments and let you know my feedback regarding the show. I was wondering if Gavin could change his stream name to Gavin, since Urbex's GTA seems a bit irrelevant to the show and its serious message. Also, to add a little more spice to the show, I was wondering if you could add, or even just mention a short segment where somebody mentions an interesting Canadian history fact. Best regards from a true Canadian patriot, Richard.
Guess what, Richard? I learned today that John A. Macdonald was Prime Minister the second time for over 12 years. I didn't actually do the math, but yeah, he was Prime Minister for a really long time. So
I'm curious how many other prime ministers were prime minister and then they weren't and then they were again.
Trudeau the senior.
Yeah.
because
Because
he
like
stepped down out of scandal and build a country.
You're talking
No,
about,
he-
sorry, I thought you were talking about Trudeau. I'm like, Trudeau didn't step down because of a scandal. He lost an election. You mean McDonald?
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, he certainly wore a lot of turtlenecks, and there may or may not have been some scandals surrounding his wife and who she may or may not have been having sex with.
Everyone.
seems
the
that,
answer is
like-
literally everyone.
If your last name is Trudeau and you're married, your wife likes to have sex with people that are not you. Is that a spicy Canadian history fact?
I mean, sure.
better than what I had. Like being Prime Minister for a long time isn't that spicy.
No, but it's still a Canadian history fact nonetheless. And I guess to answer Richard's direct question to me, yes, I suppose I could change the way my name is listed in the bottom of the screen. But if I did that, then how would all of my friends on my Christian Minecraft server know who I am?
I don't know what to believe more. You're on Minecraft or it's a Christian Minecraft?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Gavin's Urbex _GTA is Gavin's Instagram handle. So if you want to follow
Yeah.
Gavin on Instagram, that's what you look for, is the Urbex _GTA. Addressing the comment that we are a serious podcast, I take exception to that. We are an entertainment podcast. I am required to say that for legal reasons.
yeah, at times the content of the show, despite being for entertainment value, can be serious. And
Seriously
I mean-
entertaining.
yeah, and we are seriously committed to the show, given that we're 242 episodes in, I think.
Yeah, I think we've been doing this for like 4 years now.
Well, I mean, at least one election cycle plus, right? So 4 and change.
Well, I can tell you when, because we did it. We did it starting after an election. We started at the end of October in 2015. We've been doing this for almost 5 years.
Yeah. Weekly.
And
I mean,
I don't
there's
think
been
we
the
missed
odd
very
show.
many.
No, I mean, there's been the odd show that we've missed, and then, lately we've been cranking them out like they're going out of style.
Well, when the government keeps doing ridiculous things and we're on coronation, I've got free time to do a little extra recording. I mean, it's either that or go for another run, and we all know I hate running, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have my name as this so that people can find me on the grams, because if it doesn't happen on the gram, did it really happen?
No, we all know it's a no.
Yeah. And I mean, we appreciate your feedback, and I hope that my negative response to your suggestion doesn't stop you from becoming a Patreon. But I don't think that me having that and not Gavin detracts from the content that we provide, because it is a entertainment show. But please give us more feedback. We do appreciate it, whether we agree with it or not. Yeah.
We've got a little extra time, so I'm going to make an announcement, because that's the feedback, which is good, because we were long on book club, and I'm trying to get the episodes to be around 45 minutes. That's sort of what we're aiming for, but book club went way long. We've had some news episodes that have gone way long. We've had some topic episodes that are not quite as long, because we've done a better job with the format. We're also going to be starting a partisan self-improvement challenge thing. We haven't named it yet, so if you have a name idea, we have figured out what the 5 things are. So every day, and we're gonna work up some social media templates, and we're gonna have a month-long challenge. Do 5 things every day for a month. That's what we're asking for our listeners.
Well, it's going to be more than a month, but I mean, we've got 21 and change months, but yeah.
So every month day. For 21 months.
Yeah.
Do 5 things every day.
Yeah.
So we've got that coming up. And we're going to break that down over the next couple of weeks about what that is. There'll be fitness stuff. There'll be self-improvement stuff. There'll be health stuff. I think it's health diet. I don't know. It's another thing. I'm not just going to say do a lot of push-ups, although I do think that you should do a lot of push-ups.
Yeah.
So we're gonna break those down over the coming months, and we'll put together a social media template so that every day that you can check that off and share it with your friends and tag the podcast and try and get everybody on board with being in a little bit better shape and being in a little bit better place. Maybe not quite that 2 years of self-reliance that Todd was talking about, but maybe a little bit more than you had going into the coronation. Because I don't know about you guys, but a lot of the people I worked with, they didn't have food for a week, never mind 3 months.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, peanut butter and tuna gets boring fast, but stores and keeps well. Got lots of it in the basement.
It goes together
oh, don't put it together. It's terrible. Yeah, don't put it together at all. But that's what I mean. You can stuff in your basement only goes so far, and if you have no power, the frozen deer in your freezer doesn't keep so long. So
jerk it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Build yourself a smokehouse in your backyard.
Especially if you live in downtown Toronto on the 15th floor of a condo. Definitely do it there.
That's what porches are. That's what balconies are for. Okay.
Yeah, that's what your fire escape is for. Yeah.
So, yeah, look forward to that. So we've got Rifle and Book Club on the last Wednesday of every month. We've got the Partisan Challenge coming up. It'll be a listener participation event. I guess you don't even need to be a listener to participate. You can just do the challenge.
Do it. Yeah, it's cooler if you listen, because that's how you find out about it. But we've got
the first midweek show of the month being listener feedback, so we're lumping that all into one show. I don't know. I think we got something planned this is gonna be a good couple of 21 months.
Yeah, it's the new cooler format. This is what makes us the top podcast in Canada.
Because we learn and we grow. We're not just the same as we were 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Ouch.
We're not that much different than we were 5 years ago either.
No, our liver has seriously deteriorated since then.
Yeah, I got less hair than I used to. In episode 1, I looked like I was in pretty good shape. In episode 101, I didn't look like I was in such good shape. But I'm kind of back down to my episode 1 weight now.
We're starting to twin more and more every day, Andrew.
I know. It's okay. You can be my heterosexual life partner.
Sweet.
I think that's all I've got for... we should chill and we should do petitions. If you want the official big luau shirt as like what I am wearing, lots of people at the range today. We had a little range day. A bunch of our friends were all at our local gun club. Lots of people wearing the official big luau shirts from Amazon. So if you want your official big luau shirt, the official color is blue. But if you want to be like Dave and get the turquoise shirt, that's okay. Orange,
yeah, I mean, it really brings out his eyes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
For everyone on the audio only show, I'm holding up the white supremacist OK symbol. That's the
not to be confused with the OK symbol used by everybody else on the planet.
Oh, I thought you were picking up the specific province of Germany 3.
It could be that too. So go buy a big luau shirt on Amazon. Hawaiian shirts are trendy.
Or click on the link to it and then go and buy, like we said earlier, Amazon
anything else,
giant dildo,
or not so giant.
Yeah, whatever. Safety first. Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy, I guess.
Yeah, a book, some weights, gun parts.
Yeah, we get affiliate revenue, so please use the Amazon affiliate link.
And if you're a company out there and you want us to review your stuff, let us know.
Yeah. Canadian Club, we're looking at you. We will gladly review your stuff live on the air.
If you own a distillery or work in a distillery or a brewery, I'm not picking any kind of alcohol will do.
Drive a truck for one.
A vineyard, we could be classy and drink wine.
I don't know if we could.
Well, we could drink wine.
I'm willing to find out for science.
You know what? Maybe that should be our women's show.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with wine. Wine's good. Like, I'm not talking about like a rosé or something like that. Although, like, if they give it to me for free, I'll drink it. Like, I'm not proud.
Yeah. Favorite kind of beer, free. Second favorite kind, cold.
Yeah. Third favorite, whatever I'm paying for.
Yeah. Yeah. Sign petitions. There's 3 of them. We talk about them frequently. 2574 is the big one. 2574 is still only 224,000 and change signatures. It's a disappointing number. 2576, 2582 are the other ones. Sign them. Make sure you get the email. Click the link in the email so that it actually finishes, because it's not all the way signed until you click the link. Also, the one day we overwhelmed Parliament, and it took when that petition came out, it took 18 hours for some people to get their confirmation emails. Also, they go to spam regularly, so look for those. If your gun club hasn't sent them out, email the show. I'll forward you a template that your gun club can use.
Also, consider changing your gun club to a better gun club that actually wants to do something to continue your sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they just want to shut down, you better find a new club.
Yeah.
Alternatively, I'm in the market for a new gun club. So if you want to sell me your gun club, we could work something out.
Yeah.
Let's find where everybody can find you. Gavin, I understand your Scream name is relevant to where I can find you on the internet.
Yeah, you can find me on the Instagrams at urbex_GTA.
And would you say that your Instagram profile is particularly serious?
Well, it's seriously sweet. I got lots of gun pics on there, some Hawaiian shirt pics. Yeah. And you can also find me on my Christian Minecraft server at urbex_GTA.
Fantastic. Benny, where can everybody find you?
Find me at baylus.ca.
That's the whole ad read? Okay.
I don't know if
We can't find you on your Christian Minecraft server, Benny.
They wouldn't accept me as the OG Christian. Sorry.
Those
Did I
bigoted
get that
bastards.
phrase right?
I think so. Yeah. No.
I'm so not up with the lingo.
Although, wouldn't you be like an OT Christian, like an Old Testament Christian? Wouldn't that be a better way of explaining it?
Well, like Jesus was a Jew, so
There you go. Yeah.
He was also a carpenter. I'm not sure that that's particularly relevant, though.
I could be a carpenter.
We're just listing things that he was. I mean,
Yeah. Although, what was his screen name?
that's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. If you've listened to us talk about Christian Minecraft servers for this long, you deserve a discount code at Ragnarok Tactical. Use discount code Patriot at checkout. You save yourself some money. $10 shipping on everything. That's how we roll. We value your opinions, or will at least accept your opinions. Please visit CanadianPatriotPodcast.com/feedback or email the show feedback@CanadianPatriotPodcast.com. Let us know what you think. I have to apologize to Rod Giltaka. Rod has a rule. He said that he will not go behind the paywall. He has to be publicly available to all firearms owners. I'm not sure what that meant, but apparently we can't get him on the show in the middle of the week as a result. I'd also like to remind all of you patriots out there in podcast land that Happy Dominion Day.